Shalom, Israel. Giving honor and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem. Psst, we got next. Shalom, Israel. Giving honor and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashek Yahweh for the blessing, the reading, and the understanding to His holy, wonderful, and righteous words. Today's lesson is called "We Must Endure Until the End," people. All right, and I just want to wish every Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian happy Sabbath. All right, happy Sabbath. And I just want to let y'all know that I missed y'all. I've been around, but I just been doing a lot of studying and getting myself together also, because in order for me to bring things and scriptures to you, you have to take time for yourself to spend time with the Father, because He required this of all of us. All right, and I've been staying in the areas though. Y'all can see me out there. I'm still putting up scripture daily, almost every day, and I'm staying diligent. All right, that's one thing. If you're getting quiet and you with the Lord, stick with Him. All right, you don't have to let us know your every move, but at least let people know. Let people know that you're okay. All right, we can't be individual lights. We can't be by ourselves in this walk. All right, that's what Satan wants from you. He wants you to get off to yourself. And he wants you to get off to yourself so he can make you fall. Because if you're not reaching out to someone that can help you in this truth, you're going to fall to the wayside, okay? You're going to fall to the wayside. And I can't stress that enough. Matter of fact, the Lord can't stress that enough, because uh, we got that bad, and it's an old habit. For one, we'll say we don't want to get on anybody's nerves. Well, listen, you're not getting on anybody's nerves. We can't use certain things as an excuse anymore. You know what I'm saying? We can't use stuff like that as an excuse, because we have to confess one to another. Okay? We have to, and the Lord requires this of us. And there's nothing to be ashamed of when you're dealing with someone in the truth, okay? I can't stress that enough. I want to pull this out too. Well, I wasn't planning this, but I'm going to go on and pull it on out because I'm talking about it, all right? And we have to prove all things. James 5 and 16, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go on and pull this out right now. So the first thing I want to tell you is pull out your 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha, and let's get it started, all right? Let's get it started. Go to James chapter 5 and verse 16. All right, so we can get to this to let you know that the Lord say, don't be by yourself. Reach out to people in the truth so they can give you the armor of God to keep you standing. Satan wants you by yourself. All right, always know that. All right, so James chapter 5 verse 16. Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So when you reach out to a brother or a sister in the truth, that's a righteous brother or sister. When they pray, it's gonna mean something. All right, to the Lord. So don't. A lot of us will sit here and we'll go and reach out to somebody in the world. Guess what they're gonna give you? Worldly advice. And you know what the Lord says about worldly people, right? They are at enmity with God. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Reach out to someone in the truth. Brothers and sisters, we can't give out your secrets. I hope brothers and sisters are not doing that. When someone reach out to you and they tell you what's going on in their household and in their life, you have to keep that within yourself. You have to die with that. The only person you could tell that to is the Most High God and His Son. You tell it to them, they put it on your spirit what to give them scripturally, and let that heal them. All right? Some people might even need a little fasting. And guess what? If you're strong enough, say, look here, sister or brother, I'll fast with you. Let's do a day or so of fasting and prayer. And I hope the devil get off your back. All right? So I just want to stress that to you guys, man. I can't stress that enough. So I just want to put that on your table, put that on your plate, and eat it up. All right, eat it up. So now let's get it. Let's get to it. We must endure until the end. So what must we do to endure until the end, right? What must we be doing? Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 2. All right, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 2 and see what should we be doing in these times, right? Book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 2. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. You see that? The Lord is saying to set up a standard. We have to be out here setting an example, keeping the commandments, telling people thus saith the Lord, telling people to repent for the kingdom is at hand. We must set the standard. All right? I can't stress that enough. The Lord can't stress that enough. We must. Let me read that again. I'm going to start from the top. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Okay? Publish and conceal not. So we shouldn't be holding none of this truth in. All right? You can't be quiet. The Lord said, what I tell you in the ear, in secret, go and tell out to the masses, man. All right? I'm paraphrasing that. That's what he says, though. What I tell you in secret, go and tell the world openly. Okay? We can't just learn all of this beautiful knowledge that the Lord has given us, and then we say, oh, that's nice, that's interesting. And then we just sit and fold our arms, and we just living. No, you have to go and tell people, okay? That's your job. That's the job we signed up for, which is not hard at all. That's actually a beautiful sign up. He ain't telling you to go out here, fight, start killing people. No. He just said, go and tell the people, thus saith me, the Most High, our, Abba, Nawa, Yahweh, all right? So now, we're going to keep it going. Let's go down to, skip down to verse 4, all right? In those days, and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go up and seek the Lord their God. That's the times we're in now, right? That's the times that we are in. Let's keep going. Verse 5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All right, so what was our resting place? Was Jerusalem, right? And we've forgotten all of those things, man. We've forgotten who we were. Our shepherds was turned away. Our number one shepherd was smited and killed. All right, that was Christ, right? So now, let's keep reading, because it's going to lead you somewhere. And we have to read this book precept upon precept, right? Let's keep going. Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Now we're going to get a precept on that. That's our enemies that's talking in verse 7. All right, I'm going to read it slowly, and I'm going to read it again. All that found them have devoured them. That's our oppressors, and they devoured us. Watch what they say about us. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. Stop right there. We're going to get a precept of what he's talking about. Let's go to Judith chapter 5 and verse 20. Go to Judith chapter 5 verse 20. And we're going to find out precept what the enemy is talking about. It's going to tell you right here in Judith. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. Okay? They know if they keep you sinning, they know the Lord won't deal with us. Right? The Lord will not deal with us, people. Let me read that again. I want this to sink in because this is vital information, and I need you to drink this up. All right? Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. They know the agreement that you signed with the Lord. If you stay in sin, the Lord will turn his head away from you. and he will not deal with you. They know more about you than you know about yourself. Let's keep reading. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by. Who is their Lord? Satan, the devil the Bible speaks of, right? Let's keep reading. Lest their Lord defend them and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. That literally just said, and I'm finna break it down to layman's terms. If you stay in sin, the Father will not deal with you. But if we start back keeping the commandments, the Father will start fighting for you again. You see how easy that is? That is easy. If we keep the commandments, the Lord will defend us again. Watch this. I'm going to say it again. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, that's us keeping the commandments. Let my Lord now pass by. It says, Satan, let him go on by his business. Lest their Lord defend them, that means less means, or their Lord will defend them. Okay? The Lord is going to defend us. And their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. The reproach is them going back into captivity, and that shift is going them at the top is going to end up at the bottom, and we at the bottom going to end up at the top. All right? Simple. It's plain upon tables, y'all. All right, so let's go back to we're going to go back to verse 9. Let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. All right? And we're going to skip down to verse 9. Okay? Let's get it. I'm not going to waste too much time with this because I want to knock a lot of this out. And I'm just excited. I just want to get straight to it. All right? Because the Lord is finna do an amazing thing on this earth. And we have to be mentally, spiritually, and physically prepared for what's to come next. Okay? It's not a game. And it's about to go up, y'all. I hope y'all been paying attention to the news. The Lord said, keep your eye on your homeland. And you're going to know the times that we are in. And the times are very bad. All right? The times is very bad, y'all. So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. All right? Let's get it. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she have been taken. She shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So now let me break this down to what this is saying before I move on. What it's saying is the Lord said he's going to start setting nations against Babylon, right? He's going to set nations against Babylon. And they're going to start this war. We're literally living in those times right now. So when we're reading these scriptures, we're prophesying, and we're reading it in real time, people. All right? I need you to know this. We're reading this in real time. So while we're reading this, this is actually what's going on. It's official. It's officially happened 2 days ago, right? On the 12th, America shot off their first rockets officially. They already been doing it, but they're officially saying it now. Shot off their rockets at Yemen. All right? So this stuff is hitting the fan. And the Lord say in the middle of this war, that's when him and the angels are going to return. So we have to be mindful of the times that we're in. The sand is almost out of the hourglass, people. All right? I can't stress this enough. So now, let's keep reading. Let me see where I want to keep. Yeah, I'm going to keep on going. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellows as bulls. Okay, so the Lord said they were glad and rejoiced, right? They were glad and rejoiced, man. The Lord ain't forgot about that thing. The Lord said because they destroyed his heritage. His heritage. They destroyed the Father's heritage. And our Father don't forget. All right? Our Father don't forget. All right, so let me see. We're going to find out something real quick. We're going to find out the definition of heritage. Okay? We're going to find out the definition of heritage. The definition of heritage. something that is handed down from the past as a tradition, a national heritage of honor, pride, and courage, something that comes or belongs to one by reason of birth, an inherited lot or portion, a heritage of poverty and suffering. Okay, so the thing is right here, the one I want to pull out, belongs to one by reason. So the Lord said we belong to him. And they messed up his heritage, man. All right? They messed up his heritage, which was us. We belong to the Lord. We are the sons of the Most High Power. All right? Never forget that. If you ever losing any confidence, I need you to go and look in the mirror at yourself and say, I'm a child of the Most High Power. We have a punishment on us. We're not at our full potential because we're in punishment. But once we are off punishment, we are back activated. Always remember that in yourself. Remember that you are a powerful person. Man, woman, and child. Keep these commandments so you can be reactivated in the Lord our God, man. All right? You can be reactivated in the Lord our God. Okay? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're gonna continue now. Where did I stop off at? Okay, let's go to verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. So the Lord is going to start destroying this place. Other countries is already starting to talk, people, of sending rockets this way. Here in Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, okay? I can't stress this enough. This thing is about to get really, really real, okay? And another thing I want to stress to you guys, put in the chat, all right? You don't have to put your address or nothing, but we need to start finding out what states we are in so we can start gathering together. Because this TV, these internets, this stuff is not going to be on for long. We need to start setting up safe places, okay? Put in the chat what state you from. You never know who in the same state as you. I just found out I have 3 people that's been watching me in the same state as me. And we're going to start meeting up together and start putting together a plan to protect our families, right? I got bug out bags. Found out they got bug out bags and stuff. All praises to the Most High. But we got to start this now. We cannot keep sitting here comfortable, people. If you're comfortable, you're not going to do nothing. And the Lord knows that. That's why the Lord said a lot of y'all, the first wave is going to fall at the wayside. Because a lot of y'all just kept doing this. All day long, you just doing this. Just watching. Not doing nothing. Not making no movements. Just shaloming. Most High in Christ bless. All praises to the Most High. And then click, turn it off, and you go on about your business. Because you don't believe. The Lord said if you're not doing no actions, you don't believe. You don't believe. We got to start making moves now. Every lesson I do, I need y'all to start putting where y'all at, what state y'all in the chat. So we can find out. You're going to find out some people are in the same town as you. And y'all ain't never communicated. All right? We got to start. But we got to start somewhere. My brother Mike, we already been putting together some things. But we got to start somewhere. We got to start finding out where our family at, okay? We got to keep this thing going, man, because we care about y'all, and we want to make sure that everybody's going to be safe to the best of their ability, all right? Now, let's get back. All right, verse 13. Because the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Now, the Lord is telling us to get ready, right? And this is what he's doing for the other nations too. He's getting them ready to battle this whore. All right? Let's read. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done unto her. Now let's stop. All this stuff, this war, all of this is about you. And the Lord is putting it on these people's hearts to fight this place for you. You see how cold our Father is? You got to remember something. The hearts of the kings are in the Lord's hand. He could put on their spirit whatever he wants them to do. He's finna make all of these kingdoms. They're slowly rising against America. Every time I turn on the news now, another person that crossed over from America and jumping over on Russia and China them side for the BRICS. They said 2024 they're finna officially kill that dollar. That means the money that's here is not gonna mean anything, people. So you have to get ready. We got to get out of this comfortable space of comfortability we're in. America's finna officially become a third world country. All right, and every nation is standing up and saying, we're tired of y'all bullying us. That's what the Lord is putting right here in this Bible. Everybody finna bend their bow. Y'all remember now, the bow means missiles, weaponry. They're going to be bending these bows, shooting those missiles here. All right, let's keep reading. Where did I stop? Verse 16. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest, for fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. Now, I gotta say this. Because a lot of y'all think y'all can hang with y'all oppressors. Some of y'all out there in the truth still think y'all got little Bobby or Randall or one of your good little white buddies think you gonna go hide off with him and his people in those bunkers or in those caves or whatever. The Lord got news for you. You're not gonna be able to do it. You gotta trust in your Father. Why is you going to hide with the enemy anyways? I don't care how nice he is to you. The Lord said they're your enemies. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 13. It says everyone is going to go back to their own place. Let's get a precept on that. All right? Isaiah 13 verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place from those bows being bended and shot at Babylon. Right? Let's keep reading. In the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. That's what this is being called. This war is of the Lord, y'all. All right? All praise to the Most High. Verse 14. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. You see that? That's the precept on that, right? Watch this, but it's going into what I was saying. Don't let the Lord catch you with them people. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The Lord is not playing. If he catch you with the ops, I'm just going to say it in a hood term. If the Lord catch you with the ops, you're going down. Imagine this. I'm going to break it down like this. Imagine I come to your rescue. You're at trouble with some people, right? And I come to your rescue, and they jump on me, right? They got the best of me. Okay. They got me good. And just like a black person, because this is what Christ said, I'll be back. They jumped on me and everything. Now, a couple days and went by, because with the Lord it's a couple of days, right? A couple days went by, and I tell you, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, keep the commandments, all this. And I'm finna come lay that place down. On my way back, I'm getting ready to come up your block and tear this place up. And I see your ignorant, goofy self run in the house and hide with them. You see how stupid that sounds? They jumped on me, killed me, hung me on a tree. And I came back to life and I said, I'm finna tear this place up. And then while I'm coming, I guess because it's a couple of days now, you done forgot who the enemy is. And you run your Negro behind in the house with them and hide. Do you think I'm going to stop the bullets coming through that place? No. I told you to not be with them when I came. That's what Christ is telling us. And you're hiding with them? Really? You want to hide? Okay. The Lord is not playing, y'all. The Lord is not playing. And that's how silly we look when we talking about hiding. We think he going to forgive. Oh, well, there's some good people in the world, and Christ ain't hearing. People, listen to me when I tell you this. Christ ain't hearing that soft baby-ish. Okay? Christ not hearing that, y'all. All right? I can't stress that enough. Now, let's go back to Jeremiah. Let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 50. We're going to go to 51 and verse 5 now, right? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 5. Let's get it. Are y'all there? Let's go. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. You see what the Lord is calling these times that we're in? He's calling it his vengeance. That's why things is ramping up. All right, the earth waking up. You're seeing earthquakes in diverse places. They just had 3 earthquakes in Louisiana. That's never heard of, right? Because that's earthquakes in diverse places, right? But let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. We're going to stop, y'all. We finna get some precept going on, right? We finna get some precept going on. Because we finna find out what this cup of abomination is that the Lord is talking about. That Babylon let everybody take a nice swallow of, right? And everybody was cool with that thing. Everybody drank. Everybody was all nice and drunk. And we're going to tell you what that cup is. And we're going to show you tonight what was in that cup. All right, we're going to get some detail up in this thing, right? Let's get the cup first, right? Revelation chapter 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she hath made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Now, let's slow it down, because everybody fornicated with her. That's why she's also called the whore, right? Let's get a precept on these things, right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 17 and verse 3. All right? Let's find out, what else is in this cup that they all drank of, right? Let's get it. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy. That's one of the things in the cup. They blaspheme, saying God is white, Christ is white, the angel is white, all right, so on and so forth. But I digress. Having 7 heads and 10 horns. That's the nations. That's NATO. That's the other countries. The 7 heads and 10 horns stands for the other nations, right? Let's keep going. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Now, let's keep reading, because it's going to get into detail what else is in that cup, right? And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots. That's the mother of hoes, right? And abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. You see that? That's what else is in that cup. That is what else is in that cup, is the blood of the saints, our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the Lord don't forget. And you're going to get that smoke, thus saith the Lord, right? Now, let's find out why she called the whore. Let's get a precept on that, because precept must be upon precept, right? Now, let's go one chapter over. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. And we're going to read this one down, right? Let's get it. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become a habitation of devils. Let's stop real quick. I just got to expound on that. This place is a habitation of devils. All right? This place is not good and wholesome. It's not the land of the free and home of the brave. Okay? It's the land of the thief and home of the slave. Okay? But I digress. I'm going to read verse 2 over again. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become a habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abominations of her delicacies. You see that? It says the merchants have waxed rich through the abomination of her delicacies. The merchants, the kings, that's other nations. What was their merchandise? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they got rich. Their first riches was us. When you see the stock market and the Dow Jones and all that stuff, that was started with us. And they waxed rich off of that thing, man. You was the number one product. And they sold you, right? They sold you. And they got off. Good job. Good job, Satan. Because you just made the Lord mad. That's all you did. Get a Lord a hand for that setup, bro. That's a setup, bro. That's a setup, bro. Get a Lord a hand for that thing, man. He set them up and y'all fell for it. Right? Y'all fell for that thing, man. And the Lord is going to deal with you. Right? The Lord is going to deal with you. Watch this. Let's get a precept on that. Let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 50. Right? Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. I just want to pull this one out and then I'm going to come back to it. Right? Watch this. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. That's the northern and southern kingdom, letting you know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were oppressed together. I'm going to start back from the top. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. You see that? They refused to let us go, man. We supposed to serve our time. They supposed to let us go. That's where that 40 acres and the mule thing kick in at. But they didn't, because the pride of Esau is heavy. The pride of Esau is heavy, y'all. All right? Now, we finna do some reading. I'm finna go. We're going to start back at Jeremiah 50. Let's go back to 50 where we left off in verse 17. All right, and we're gonna read what's finna happen to this place. I can't stress it enough, and I'm excited. Let's get it. All right, Jeremiah chapter 15. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. The first king of Assyria have devoured him. And last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, have broken his bones. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I have pardoned them whom I reserve. So a lot of people is going to be looking for the iniquity of us in sins, but they're not going to be found. Why? Because we're keeping the commandments to the best of our ability, right? And the Lord says he's going to pardon us in that day. All praises to the Most High for that thing, y'all. But I'm going to keep reading. Go up against the land of Mathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. Now the Lord is telling, we're going to get booted and suited up in this situation too. But it's going to be after the Lord gets his wrath in, right? He got to get his lick first, okay? But I digress. Verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You see what the Lord called this place? This place was called a hammer of the whole earth. A hammer of the whole earth. These people was nothing but destruction. All right? But I digress. Verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. You see the Lord, that's why I said there was a setup, bro. The Lord have laid a trap for them. Okay? All of that, how you treated us, was all a trap. It was a setup from our Father. O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord have opened his armory, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So the Lord is talking about what he's finna do to this place, right? Let's go. Come against her from the uttermost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, letting nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation, the voice of them that flee and escape out of our land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against round about. Let none of thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. I'm going to say that again. The Redeemer is strong. The Abba of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is come upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. The Lord is finna bring destruction to this place, y'all. But I digress. Let's keep reading. Verse 36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon the mingled people, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. The Lord is gonna break so even, it ain't even funny, y'all. It said that the men of war is gonna be as women. Y'all gonna be like little bitches. I'm gonna say it plain. Y'all gonna be like little bitches. All praise to the Most High. Watch this. Verse 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein. And it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generations, as Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh. So shall no man abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell therein. Verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. That's letting you know that it's not talking about ancient Babylon. I had to stop right there and pull that one out because a lot of people still like to say, oh, that's talking about Babylon. That's over with. It just said right here, against thee, O daughter of Babylon. That's this place, Mystery Babylon, right? But I digress. Verse 43. The king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hand waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong. But I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me? Who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that have taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Let's stop right there. The least of the flock is talking about Israel. What's going on over there today, right? Because Israel is the least of the flock. They call Israel Little America, right? AKA, and this is from Netanyahu's mouth himself, they also call them Little Satan. And he agreed, yes, we are Little Satan. These people know who they are. All right? These people know who they are. So the least of their flock shall draw them out. What's going on right now? Israel is in a fight with 7 nations right now. They're on the front fighting 7 nations, and it's slowly pulling America into it. America don't want to fight because they know the times they're in. That's why they keep writing sanctions and sanctions and sanctions. They're prolonging this battle, hoping that it fizzle out and fizzle away. But the Lord is putting wrath in these people's hearts. And the least of the flock is finna draw this war ahead, man. Israel finna make America fall into this war. Why? Because Israel fighting everybody right now, thinking they're going to be able to take it. In these places, Iran is getting together. Syria is getting together. The wild man is back, y'all. Remember in Ezra, it said the dragons of the east is going to rise up and come, right? That's what all this is happening right here, right now, in real time. And Israel is making America finna have to go on to take this fight, and it just started. All praise to the Father. It's a setup, and it's a chess game, and you're not going to beat the Lord. You're not going to beat him. Checkmate. Let's read that again. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. All praises, honor, and glory to our Father that sits high and look low, and our big King, our brother, Yahushai. All right? I'm just going to leave it at that, y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all love me back. If not, prophecy's still going to be fulfilled. Whether I get on here and tell you thus saith the Lord or not, this battle is here, and it's coming, and this thing is about to go up, and I'm excited. I'm spiritually sitting there with the popcorn, keeping the commandments, keeping the high holies. The Lord said, just sit back. He said, we're supposed to be rejoicing in this day. What is you scared for? What is you scared for? This is about your freedom. All praises and honor and glory to the Father, y'all. And with that, I say, shalom.